Rita Chakrabarti reporting there. Well, let's speak to someone who's been through the whole process. Conor adopted his son 3 years ago. He's here with me now, and your son was 7 months old at the time. Now, tell us what it was like for you.
Well, firstly, I'd say it's the most rewarding thing myself and my wife have ever done. It was, if there's any prospective doctors out there looking at this, it's the most rewarding thing you'll ever do. You get paid back 1,000,000 times over, despite the fact that the process is onerous and bureaucratic. We were very lucky. We had, it took us about 18 months from starting the process to seeking to adopt to our little boy coming actually home with us at Christmas 3 years ago. So, you know, we were very lucky. That's a short time period. I know a lot of people who it's taken 2, 3, 4 years of waiting, and the process itself is so bureaucratic that it puts a lot of people off.
What exactly is onerous about the process? Why is it putting people off, and what did you find that you think could have been done better?
The social workers are working within the rules and the guidelines that they're given, so you know they have a very difficult job to do in trying to ascertain who is suitable and who is not for adoption. So they have to work within their guidelines. However, constantly going over issues about one's background, whether it's financial information relating to you, health, etc., etc., your background, parental background, etc., that's very, very difficult. And sometimes people find it very intrusive, and the intrusive nature of that can sometimes put people off. But fundamentally, if you've got nothing to hide, and people don't really, who are looking to adopt children, it's a good thing. So you shouldn't, you know, it's for the good of the children, and that's the most important thing. You know, you want the right people to actually adopt children in the end.
Interesting. I mean, looking at your case, you were approved within 6 months. The whole process took 18 months.
Yeah.
You say that was relatively quick. And others would look at that and say, good grief, that is ages, especially if you're talking about the life of a child.
True, but it's the term of 2 pregnancies. You know, 18 months to me was nothing to wait, and as I say, our little boy is the most fantastic thing that's ever happened to us. So I would have happily waited 3 years. But you know, you've got to realise, again, it's for the good of the child that you go through those processes. So,
and you think that there are things that can be eased within that would not jeopardise, say, the protection of a child?
Absolutely. The processes that the social workers have to go through are incredibly bureaucratic and very paper-based. You know, we often looked and thought, God, they could improve the procedures, they could use, you know, the web and the internet much more cleverly to try and improve the process.
How personal are the questions they ask you?
Very personal, yes. But again, it's there to protect, to make sure that you're going to be the best loving parents for any potential child.
What sort of thing was particularly
Everything
intrusive?
from health-related questions to full financial background again, because you know they want to make sure that a child's going into a very stable environment as well, because very often children have come from very unstable environments.
Very briefly, Conor, would you do it again?
I would, but I'd like the process to be improved quite a lot before we are back again.
Conor, thanks very much for sharing your experience with us.